as always.
So we are here today to go over some freehand stuff.
Yeah, just to kind of show you some different freehand ideas
Yeah.
and different pre-printed fabrics that help you accomplish those ideas. Because, freehand's all about muscle memory.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. So if you get that muscle memory down, and plus having something pre-printed for you that you can follow,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yeah. No, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Easier to follow. And what we're going to show you is very basic beginner level.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll show you some of the stuff that you can do if you're a little bit more advanced. But really today we're just going to show you beginner. So anybody can do this.
Right.
And the project, what we're showing, you can have a domestic machine or a long arm to do this.
Right.
In fact, the Skillbuilder concept, which is kind of what you want to pick that up, what we're going to show you, and we have the actual panels and things. But anyway, it's basically was designed around a domestic machine.
Right. So, like, if you open up one of these books, it kind of talks more about the domestic side of things.
Yeah, like
so if you're learning how to free motion on your domestic machine, because you don't have a long arm, these really help out. But also, if you do have a long arm quilting machine, you can use that pre-printed
yeah.
fabric as well as some of the design instructions to accomplish that muscle memory.
Exactly. Basically, what's in there is at the beginning, it's just telling you, hey, if you have a domestic machine, these are the steps that you need to take. But if you have a long arm, you just skip the beginning steps and you go straight to practicing on the machine. So it works for everyone.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Okay. Well,
so
do you want to just jump into it and we'll come back and show stuff later?
Well, I think we should kind of show off the Skillbuilder lineup
that's
first, and then we can move over there.
All right, let's go.
So right here, we have got the Skillbuilder, I believe it's the companion set, is what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah. So in here has the Skillbuilder Panel 1, Panel 2, and the companion book, which shows you a little bit, a few more designs, as well as that beginning domestic free motion instruction.
Yep, and we're going to show you both panels. This is a really good set to start off. If you want beginning, middle, everything, really good set.
Yeah, definitely. So this whole set retails for
about $35.
$35.
We have it on our website.
Yep. So it's going to have that. So we already showed the book itself, which comes in the set. You can also purchase the book separately if you would like.
Yep.
And then we have the Skillbuilder Mastery book, which is going to kind of take you to that next level. So it's going to show you a few more different designs where you can place them in different triangles, 9 patches, different things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And so, we could probably, if you want to, since you said don't give it just kind of an example. Do you want to take that over to a camera?
Yeah. So this is an example on a pieced 8-point star. So there is just a couple different things within there showing you on that, as well as a piece 9-patch star, different designs, different ideas that you can take straight to your machine.
Yeah, and there's just a whole book of those.
Yeah, it's not just those, but there's a ton of different things in there.
Exactly, but we're on the companion one. We're going to actually go take you over to the panel and show you some of the designs on the panel.
Okay.
So let's do this.
Okay, so we're going to jump over and we're going to be on panel number 1. Is that correct? Because there's 2 different panels.
Panel number 1.
So we'll be on the first panel.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go over there and see what we got.
Okay.
So over here on our first panel, I am going to start up here, and you can see that this is that pre-printed fabric we were talking about. You'll also notice, it might be a little harder to see on the screen, but whenever you get one of these in person, that there are arrows on the fabric. There are some dots if their start and end points are in the same spot, so telling you where to start and where to end. You might want to, that one's harder to move. You might want to move to this one. So roll over here. Down to this one here.
Okay.
So there's numbers, there's arrows. You'll see that there are dots on the fabric as well, telling you where to start and end. So it's really helpful, and it kind of moves you through where to go and what to do. You'll also notice that there are thin dotted lines and thicker dotted lines, stating that you kind of start with the thinner ones, and then as you make your way back, you're using those thicker ones to fill in. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, so lots of different tips on how to do it. So you basically are just quilting right on the fabric.
Right, yeah, so using your machine, whether domestic or long arm, and quilting right on that fabric. So let's start up here with these loop-de-loops. So I'm going to start over here, and I am stitching at 11 stitches per inch. That's what I kind of like to do when I'm doing overall stuff. Now if I'm doing more custom, it's going to be more of like 14 stitches per inch, but I'm going to go ahead and do 11 here. So I'm going to start quilting, and I am just in regular regulated mode, and I'm just following, not perfect by any means, but I'm using those dotted lines to go ahead and get that muscle memory down so I can see exactly what I want. And the more that you build those skills with that muscle memory, the easier that it's going to be.
Perfect.
So you can use that and go all the way across if you would like. And then the cool thing about these too, just you switch thread colors. You can use this a couple times.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
stitch over it maybe once, maybe twice max.
Yeah, exactly.
But just to get that muscle memory down. So then we can switch. Let me pull up my thread and we'll switch over here and let's look at some feathers.
Cool. Let's do that.
So let me pull up and trim my threads real quick. And I'm going to come over here. And we can start this feather here. And the way that this is drawn, I can tell that I'm going to need to start going up the vein this way. Okay, and I'm starting with just, let me move this out of the way so we can see. I'm starting with just the feathers themselves, and then I'm going to come back through and put the vein of the feather in, which is sometimes a little opposite from what we think when we're doing long arming. So I'm going to start here, do a couple stitches, and start it up. Let's switch this back down. There we go. Okay. And I'm just getting that muscle memory down on how to do that long arm feather. I'm just going to move back and forth through this. And I love having these dotted lines just so it really gives me something to follow. And I'm not really worried about backtracking or staying on it right now. I'm really just trying to get that memory of following that fabric. So it gives me something to do. So I'll get all the way through this. And once I am done with these, then I can take the vein down. So follow that. And move my threads out of the way here. And then I can start back the opposite way. All the way through that.
Cool. Good job.
Oh, there was a question, do I have Power Assist on? I am doing this on a Vision 2.0, which is the hand-guided model, so we are not on a Statler,
Yeah,
so I am not using Power Assist.
No,
I don't have any belts or anything. I'm just on a hand-guided machine.
Yep. Alrighty, so let's go over.
So where do you want me to go next?
I think
why
I
don't
wanna
I have
try.
you do something? Yeah. I'm over here doing all this. Why don't you do something? So, move that.
Let me get that figured
Yes, I know.
out. Alrighty. Oh, you gave me a complicated one.
Did I?
Well, I guess it's not really complicated. Hey, so I'm a really beginner. I'm not Corey.
I wouldn't say I'm perfect either.
No. But you know what? Actually, I'm really going to use these pins. I'm glad you brought these over here. This is a really good idea. So this blue one, actually I want to use the red one, the disappearing ink one. I like
The
that.
red one? That's
the
red?
purple. You got me nervous. Anyway, the purple one here, because it's disappearing ink. This is fun. So let's see. Okay, so this one actually starts off here at the dot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's showing you that dot, so
The
it'll
dot.
tell you where it starts.
And then, but it's different from a regular feather. Like what you were doing over on the other side is kind of normal. This actually comes back out and then goes over to the other side.
Right, it's a little different from a traditional long arm feather.
So, but it's definitely a good technique to try.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. It helps you kind of bust through those a little bit faster because you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do to help me, though, so I remember which way I'm going, is
Mhm.
kind of put a little arrows in there so I don't try to backtrack.
Okay.
So I go over just for a couple of the few.
So
Yeah,
just
just
some of
to
that
kind of
disappearing
remind me
ink.
to go that way. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. You guys don't laugh.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. And we don't.
It's C to start off. So you're just bouncing back and forth instead of trying to do that traditional one.
Okay, that is different. But this is really good practice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Look at you, doing a good job. Oh, okay, well. Just using those dotted lines to follow it all the way through. Perfect.
Why this is exactly why this is a practice panel.
Yes,
Alrighty.
just like that.
Okay, so we have that. Actually, can I do a little bit more?
Sure.
Just bring the stitch regulated down a little bit.
Okay.
And then let me get it turned back on. I'm feeling a little more confident now.
Yeah. It's all freehand is just having that confidence, just to be able to play around with the machine and see what you can make it do.
Oops. It's perfect.
Look at that. There you go.
Yeah, I like that. It gives you a good way to try it. I mean, this is definitely, I'm definitely a beginner when it comes to freehand, so this is perfect proof that you can do it even if you're a beginner.
Let me zoom out and show them just kind of some of the different designs
Okay.
that it's got on there. So we started up there at the top with the loop-de-loops, and then below that we have our feathers, and in between that you've got more of kind of that orange peel pumpkin seed look. You've got a little heart feather wreath, not wreath, more of a triangle there, excuse me. And then, what you doing there? Are you pulling up your
I was
thread?
going to pull it up so that they could see the top ones too.
Gotcha. Cool. Got another type of feather here, which I thought was cool. This one has some arrows for you to follow along with. You kind of start with the vein of it, and then you come back and just do the bounces of the actual plumes itself.
Yeah, so it has all the arrows on there for you to follow.
Yeah, and then you've got roses with leaves, different things like that. And it's like I said, and I'm going to say it over and over again when it comes to freehand, it's all about building that muscle memory.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's try this 9 patch. You want to do the 9 patch?
Oh, I love a good 9 patch.
Okay.
Yes. So I have to roll it up just a little bit for that.
Okay.
So let me do that real quick.
While you're doing that, should I show a little bit of this one?
Sure.
Okay. That way I'll let you get that rolled up.
Where are you going to do it?
I don't know. Yeah, I thought you...
Here, why don't you stand over here and do it. Stand over here.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
There you go.
All right, so right here is panel number 2. So I'm going to kind of go this way to see if you can see. This is more if you are really into feathers. Some flying geese on here. So we got the wreath. Kind of corners.
Yeah, you've got a whole bunch of different feather spirals, a feather heart wreath. You've got all sorts of different half-square triangles. You mentioned the flying geese already, which is cool.
Got it?
Yeah.
Did they see
Cool.
that okay?
Yeah.
All right, so this is panel number 2. We're not going to stitch on this one, but this one also is available. Did we get a little bit closer?
Yeah, I did. I was just showing them. Some of them are mounted, like, so for instance, on this one, we'll have it mounted vertically like this for the numbers and different things to be shown. Where the one that we're working on right now, it's easier to have it mounted horizontally. So let's come over here.
Okay.
And let's look at this one with our marker. Okay. And if you guys have any questions, just put those in the comments below. Brooke's watching out for those, and she can tell us. So if I'm looking right here at this one, I have that dot showing me where I need to start. You gonna help me with commentary?
He has that dot to show you where he's going to start.
So I've got the dot right there. And if I follow this, I can see that there is an arrow right here. And I can even kind of use my disappearing marker on that so it's easier to be seen.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I can see kind of where I'm headed. So this is where I'm starting. And then I can head this way. And then I'm going to make my way around this way, touch that point. And I'm going to go around all of the outer 4 squares. Kind of just doing that continuous curve fashion until I get to right here, and then there's another arrow showing me right here that this is where I need to head to next. So let's do that.
Yeah.
And I am going to switch this. Let me put that, there we go, start. There we go. So I'm going to put this one right here. And I'm going to do my tie-off stitches. Okay. And I'm ready whenever y'all are.
Yeah.
We good? Okay. So let's go ahead and start it. And I'm going to go follow my arrow down this way into the point of that 9 patch on the outer piece. Make my way out. Follow it to that point. Oh, goodness. Make my way out. Touch that one. I'm just following those arrows. Now I'm back to that dot again, and so now I'm going to go this way, touch that, come here, touch that. Y'all got this table set a little lower for me. Touch that. Move my threads out of the way. Touch that, come down, touch that, and then I can tie off.
And I'm going to a little bit closer so you can kind of see what you did, because it's a little hard over your shoulder. Let's get a little closer there. There we go.
Okay, trim those
Not too
threads.
bad.
No, it's not terrible. But it's just all about getting down that muscle memory. So now when I'm doing this, I start in this inner corner and start making my way around.
Yeah. And then you can do designs in the middle too.
Yeah, all sorts of different things that you can work with.
Well, fun.
So let's move over to this one because this is more about drawing.
Okay.
So this will be kind of cool.
All right.
So over here, if we look, let's see how we've got this started out. So of course you have a center feather plume that you can work with. You've got dotted lines for the borders. We're just going to leave the border of this block alone. But I've got this here. So the center of this where I would start would be right in here. And I can actually come in and with the head of my machine I can trace these and quilt them out. So let me do that. So I'm going to start here in the center. Do a tie off, and then start quilting. And so I can trace around here using those lines. And then on this one, follow the dotted lines on the fabric. Move my thread. Follow that around, and then I'm coming up on my last one here. Okay, so I've got that, and I will just have a jump thread here. And so if I look now, one of the cool things about the Skillbuilder is it starts working you up with a lot of design, and then as you start moving through them, some of the lines start to disappear. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can really start working through it. So if I see right here, I'm going to find wherever I want to start, wherever my start dot is, which is this one right here. And I have another arrow pointing this way. So I can start making my way this way. Tap. Come over here. Keep going around. Tap. Go around. Tap. Go around. And now the arrows are gone. So it's showing me that I just want to go up, tap there, and go there and tap that. Okay, and then I can follow out here. There's number 4. It's all numbered too. Tap that. Here. There. There. Arrows lines are starting to disappear. There. 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 And there.
Yeah, and that's more for the practice so that you can do your own little drawing in practice.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'll pull that up and I will begin to stitch that out just by following those lines and using their guidelines. So then I've got stitching, and here we go. So I'll tap that, point, I'm here, there, there, there. That's where those lines started to disappear, so then it's all me. And I'm back here on the dotted line following the arrows, making my way out here, here. Lines are starting to disappear, so I had my my disappearing marker, so that helps. And I'm just going to follow my marker until I'm back where I need to be.
cool.
Cool.
Awesome.
So I can tie that off, come back and cut my threads.
Well, I want to try that next one.
The
I
next
think I
one.
can handle that one. It's cloth.
You have to answer the
So
question.
we had a question about what is this? Are we stitching through paper designs, or are we stitching through actual fabric? And we're actually stitching through fabric. It's actually a piece of like 1 yard. Wouldn't you say 36? One maybe a
One
little
and
bit
some
over. A yard,
change.
yeah, yard that has all these designs pre-printed already on there for you.
Yeah. So just what's on fabric.
Alrighty, so let me try. So this one is more like if you're trying to go around applique. So it gives you an idea. So say they had a heart applique there, then they kind of give you a starter heart, and then you could go in there and make another heart. This one right here, kind of the leaves around the reef there. And then if you wanted to echo
this
around.
is giving you echo is really what it is.
Yeah.
It's showing you how to use your foot and different things like that to echo
Yeah.
around different things that are already on the quilt.
All right, I am gonna I'm gonna go for this one right up here,
Okay.
the wide round.
The echo around the outside?
Yep.
Okay.
Get that out of the way. So what I like about having a stitch regulator is that you can stop and slow down and do what you need to do.
Right.
So that way you can, I'm going to pull this up, and I think I might do a little bit on the inside too.
And then also another cool thing, if you'll notice here, for those of you watching at home, is that most of the time when any of us do freehand, I know myself included, we have our needle stop in the down position. So if we do need to stop and move those threads out of the way, you notice that the needle was stopped down in the fabric, and Diana can show you that by pressing B, doing the needle position. So that whenever she stopped quilting, the needle was in the fabric, so the machine didn't go anywhere, giving her the ability to move those threads out of the way and continue stitching on the same path.
Yeah. All right, and I'm going to try, I think I might just do some freehand in here.
Oh, this will be fun.
I got to give them a good entertainment value.
This will be fun.
All right, let's see. Do the famous stipple and hope not to get caught in the...
No, there's only 3 rules to stipple. Don't get into a pattern, no points, and don't cross over each other. Other than that, have fun. So she's stopping, the needle's in the down position, so then she can continue on the same path without a problem.
No, I got it.
There's your points. All right, so now you're going to start doing wave stipple. All right. That's cool. She wants to go to the beach, obviously.
I do. Oh, my goodness. Well, it just gives you an idea where you can just play around.
Yeah.
And it's just practice. So, you know what? This isn't going on anybody's quilt right now. This is just I'm just playing.
Right. And one of the one of the blocks, on this Skillbuilder panel is actual stipple as well. So then you can go and learn how to do some stipple.
I know, right? I don't know.
Get
I'm
that
not
right
doing
muscle
too
memory.
bad.
That's not too bad, actually.
See if I can finish right back up where I started. Look at that.
Bada boom, bada bang. Look at
I
you.
might have a future in stippling.
You keep telling yourself that. Don't quit your day job.
Anyway. Alrighty. So let's just do this. We've probably kept them on long enough. Let's open this up, show some other ideas of what this panel has, and let's go back over and talk some more.
Okay, so you can go and pop off those clamps.
Love these quilt clamps. They just make it so much easier to
Just floating that quilt up.
float that quilt top. Alrighty. So I'm going to open this up. Corey, I'm going to let you kind of...
I got it. Okay, so you can see here we've got some flying geese things talking about continuous curve. You've got hearts and loops. You've got a little clamshell with a hill. All sorts of more elegant things in this pinwheel. And then we can just make our way through this. Down here you've got a bunch of different border ideas, which is amazing. Got star borders, hearts, diamonds, kind of that crosshatch look, maybe chicken wire. All sorts of different things all the way through there. And then that last one right over there, that's your stipple one.
Yeah.
And you can follow, it's got dotted lines and then they disappear so you can continue to stipple. But all the way around the panel, a bunch of different ideas.
Yeah, so
we just want that freehand knowledge.
We just wanted to show you a little bit on how we throw it on there. We're not perfect, and so hopefully you enjoyed us. We had fun.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing kind of everything that has to offer is really cool. Why don't you bring that over here too, just so we can have it over here.
It's too high.
So we've got that there. So, what'd y'all think? I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So and again, if you like feathers, just the panel two is basically feathers.
Right. That's really what that whole concept is. The panel one kind of gets you a bunch of different designs. Panel two is going to take you into learning more about how to kind of master your feather.
Because sometimes, quilters don't know, and I know you talk about it a lot. It's like you're not sure what you want to fill in. Like it's like you have all these empty spots. You just need a really quick fill-in technique. You don't need a full-fledged, maybe a refill of a feather.
Right.
But maybe you need that little fill-in technique over there. So those are good ways to learn how to do those on your own. Why are you laughing at me?
It's just funny to watch you come up with the terminology for it. All sorts of different little fill-in techniques.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yes.
So, anyway, and you showed the close to this one. It's okay. Yeah. Well, the other two things that we were showing today was actually the markers.
Yes,
Yeah,
we did.
so we do have the
Wonder markers. They're washable. One's a washable one and one's a vanishing one. So
Yeah.
blue is washable.
yeah
Purple is vanishing. So by vanishing, it just disappears on the fabric. You don't have to wash it.
exactly.
Blue, you do have to do washing.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so we have those on our website too. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We just wanted to show you a few fun little techniques that everybody can do and use.
Yeah.
And we wanted to see if you guys had any questions. So we have a question about where you can purchase this, and it is on our website. So longarmsupplies.net. And when this is over and it goes posted as a video, we'll actually be able to put the link in there. We can't put it in quite yet, but we'll get that link in there. But again, longarmsupplies.net.
Yeah, if you visit our website and just search for Skillbuilder, one word.
Yep, you'll find that way too.
You can find all of them that
Yep.
way. What's the next one, Brooke?
It should be under fabric.
No, it's not under the
think.
fabric
It's
tab.
under Notions.
I think it's
oh,
under
it's under
Notions.
yeah, Notions or quilting supplies.
Yeah. I would just search for Skillbuilder.
Yeah, if you just put Skillbuilder in the search, you'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, we'll put the link in there with the direct link as soon as this video launches.
Yep. What you got, Brooke? Okay, so we had a question. It's kind of a two-part question. One question was, you want to go grab them? How quilt clamps are listed on the website, as well as do they eliminate any basting? I'm still basting my quilts when I use these quilt clamps. They're called Start Right quilt clamps. If you have a gamel, we have gamel ones. They're also called quilt clips. That's what gamel calls them, I believe.
Yeah.
But they have different sizes and different colors, depending on what size machine you have the railing on your machine. But these are called Start Right quilt clamps, and they clamp onto the front of the bar here. And so what that does is it allows you to float the quilt top, and it puts tension on it. So it's kind of like you had pinned it, but you didn't. You just float them.
Just like basically the quilt top.
Yeah, just for that quilt top.
Yeah.
So you're still basting down your quilt, of course.
Yeah.
That doesn't really eliminate the basting, but it does eliminate that pinning of the top. And then you can pop them off and shift your top if you need to, depending on if that quilt's rolling straight.
Yeah, and there's two different sizes. So you have the 1.5 inch, and that's going to be if you have like a 1.5 inch diameter. So if you look at your rod and it's 1.5 inch diameter, then you want to get the blue ones. If you have at least up to a 2 inch diameter, again, look at the rod that way, the circular part, then it's either the pink or the black. So anyway, stop laughing at me all the time. He is always like laughing at me.
Well, if you can't,
You guys should feel bad for me sometimes. Do you feel bad? Because he always laughs at me.
No, they don't. They don't. They're laughing with me. They know what I'm talking about. It's my team out there, my fam. What's up, Brooke? Next one. Okay, so we had a question on how large is the panel? Could it be used as a quilt? Not really.
Baby quilt.
Maybe a baby quilt.
Yeah.
It not maybe push. Yeah, it'd probably just only be a baby quilt.
Yeah. I've had people actually get these and use them as baby quilts.
Oh yeah,
Like,
well yeah, different things, kind of practice pieces.
The practice piece.
The actual measurement of it itself.
I want to say it's like what 36 by 40 something.
I think so.
Yeah. We'll make sure the measurement's on the description. Oh,
when in doubt, we have a measuring cutting table underneath here. Y'all think we just have a fancy tablecloth? Oh no, we've got a cutting mat too. So let's see a little live measurement here. So we got 36.
Good job.
All right, so score 1. Let's look for the next one.
Let's see if we were close.
By 46.
We were close.
Yeah, not bad.
36 by 46. So
and they're both that way.
Definitely could be used like as a crib size or a baby quilt.
Yeah.
So practice and then use it as a baby quilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brooke's got another one. What's up? So the question was, can this be used to practice free motion on a sit-down machine? And that's actually what Skillbuilders were originally marketed towards.
Yes.
If you look at both of these books, in the beginning of them, they show different things on a sit-down machine on how you can do that free motion on there. And Dianna can take those instructions over to you so you can kind of see where those are at. But yeah, they can definitely be used that way as well. So it's for sit-down and for long arm machines as well, which is awesome.
Yeah, it works for both. It gives you the tips if you have a sit-down machine. See, here's some examples on how to baste it, have it ready for a sit-down machine. But then we can skip all this if you have a long arm and then just put it on the rollers and do all the stuff in the back.
Awesome.
So it works great. Mm-hmm.
Brooke?
Thanks, Amy.
Amy said to be nice to my mother.
Thanks.
I am nice to you. We just have fun. We have fun.
So anyway, well, time to get to the good part. First, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It's right down there. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hopefully you will. Hope you like us, because we like you. There's a little bell if you want to be notified when we go live. So make sure you click that bell if you want to be notified.
After you hit the subscribe button, it won't be there until you do
exactly.
that.
Subscribe first.
Yeah.
And then you can hit that button and you can be notified when we go live, because we love giving stuff away.
Yes,
So
we
if
do.
you're not here and you're not notified and you don't watch it for like 3 weeks, then you might have missed out. So definitely, we want you to watch it. And if you can't watch it right now when we're live, we still give you 72 hours. Sometimes it ends up being 96 hours. We give you plenty of time to watch it and get notified to watch the video so you can participate in our live giveaways. Alrighty. So, do you have a question?
No. This one's on you. What are we
simple.
giving away?
We're going to give away panel 1, 2 of panel 1s.
2 of the panel ones. So the ones that we were quilting on today.
The ones that we were quilting on today, we're going to give away a panel right now.
Okay.
And then we'll give away a panel in 72 hours. In air quotes, 72 hours.
72 hours? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, he's making it super simple for you guys today.
Of course. My people. Yes.
What is the name
Of this product.
of the product?
Yep. What is the name
right.
of the product that we were showing off?
All right, so think about that. Don't answer yet.
Well, I'm
Okay.
sure they're probably already started. Oh, she's telling me to ad-lib. Okay.
Ad-lib, because I got to get over here to the actual
I'm
phone.
going to dance while I do this now.
Oh, I forgot Brooke had a phone over there.
Yes, Brooke's got the other feed. You can watch her over there.
Yeah.
So what is the name of this actual product? Diana's going to be able to draw the number so we can figure out what it's going to be.
Number 8.
Number 8. So the 8th person to answer on our feed will be the winner of our live drawing of what the name of this product is. So
And
the
it is
8th person.
Yeah, and it's important. It is on our feed. Everybody's feed will be a little bit different. So
Yeah,
our
it's
feed,
from what we can see right here.
Yep.
So what's the name of the product that we showed off today? Oops, upside down. There we go.
All right.
Do we have a winner?
Let me recount to make sure. These came by so fast this time.
Pew, 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 pew. Let's look at some of these.
All right, so
other
our
cool
winner,
designs.
her name is Kimberly.
Kimberly.
So Kimberly, if you are still watching, which I hope you are since you just answered, make sure you give us a call at 972-542-4000 because we cannot contact you through YouTube's privacy settings live. So definitely make sure you give us a call so that way we can send that out to you. And then in 72 hours, we'll be giving away another one. So make sure that you go to our video once it posts and make comments on there because we can't comment on the live feed.
Right. So if you didn't get a chance to win today, then whenever this video posts, you can go into the comment section and then re-put in your answer, and you'll be put in for our random drawing because it doesn't merge the live and then the public feed at the same time.
Nope.
So you can go back out there and put in your comment again.
Yep, you sure can.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions, Brooke?
I think we're
Awesome.
good. All right,
Yay.
so make sure you subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends so you can stay up to date with our videos.
All right. See you next time.
See you, Bye.
Bye.